Coach Cary here. Thanks for joining me today for Happy Hour. And this is an event that I look forward to most weeks when we can do it on Friday. I'd like to recap how the week went, what we're working on right now, and what we're looking forward to. And here at True North, we're working on health, happiness, and wealth. That's the three things that we're working on. And we're in this 100-day period right now where we want to be happier, healthier, and wealthier on day 100 than we were on day one. And currently, we're at day 34, so we've significantly moved along in our journey. The first 30 days, we accomplished some short-term goals, and now we've reset for the next 30 days. So we're working on the second 30-day period within this 100-day cycle. And I'm going to share with you today some of the things that I'm working on. I'll also show you our website and just introduce you to some of the webinars we have coming up, and then the coaching that we have to offer. So initially I started at True North to help health professionals like myself with their businesses. And then it quickly expanded into other areas. I'm an athlete, I run marathons, I started working with athletes, and then I'm a writer. I've written a few books, and I'll show you a couple of those today. And then one of the new things that I've been working on is NFTs. I've been working on an NFT project. I'm thinking it will revolve around Ukraine. I come from Ukrainian heritage. My grandparents come from Ukraine, and I've been thinking about the Ukrainians a lot. And I want to do something NFT-wise that would honor the Ukrainians and their courage. So that's something that I'm working on. So I'm just going to share my screen with you and talk a little bit more about Happy Hour here and kind of how this week has gone. So if you're on social media, you won't be able to see my screen, but we do record this. You could always go to our website and see the recording there. So we do this Happy Hour on Fridays, and our goal is to share with you what we're doing here at True North as we grow our business. And we're a consulting company, a coaching company that helps people to achieve their dream goals. And for this week, some of the things I worked on was the website. I got the website theme changed so it looks a little more presentable, and worked with the fonts and some of those things at True North. So you'll be able to go to our website by clicking on the link here in the show notes or in the bio and see some of the upgrades we've made there. We're in the second 30-day cycle where I've reset some of my own personal goals for the next 30 days, as well as some medium and long-term goals. And we did have a webinar this week where we talked about 5 tips to accomplish your goals. And today I'm going to share one of those slides. I've incorporated that into the presentation. So now I was working in the clinic this week. I'm a health professional, and I've been working in the clinic all week, including today. So it has been a busy week, and I have a busy part-time practice, but I also do the consulting, and I have some other projects I'm working on. So I'll tell you about the NFT. I don't have the NFT images to show you yet, but I'm hoping to have a base layer to show you that will be for our project. Planning on getting a web page developed for the NFT. It could be right here on our website. It might be a separate site. I'm not sure yet. And then getting a Discord channel going so that I can start to share why I'm doing this project and the variations of the NFT. And NFT stands for non-fungible token, which is a blockchain contract. And it's something that people can share or sell or own. It's like an asset. And I've been very interested in the cryptocurrency blockchain for the past three years, basically. And so I'm going to launch my first NFT project, hopefully by the end of this 100-day period. So every day I work on that for about 30 to 60 minutes. And actually, I did some coding last weekend and produced 700 variations of just an experimental NFT project. So that went really well. I was pretty excited about that. I'm writing a book. It's a fictional book, and it's a medical thriller using my medical background. And That's coming along very well. I'm around page 70 on that. There's going to be about 250 pages, roughly speaking. Got 3 or 4 proofreaders that are reviewing my work. They've already given me comments on it. When I get to page 100, which could be next weekend or the weekend after, I'm going to have that reviewed again. I've really upgraded the manuscript based on their comments so far, and I'm going to continue working on that. So I do about an hour of that each day too, try to get at least 5 pages done or more, and some editing as well. I've been doing webinars here at True North, and that's been to educate you about success and what it takes to be happier, healthier, and healthier. And I'm drawing on my personal knowledge, but I'm also doing research for these webinars, so it allows me to be a little more effective in what I do, but also share with you ways that you can be more effective. And when we do the webinars, we record them, just like we're doing that right now, and then we post that to our website as well as our YouTube channel. So you can always get that there. The audio part will go over to our podcast, and that's on Apple and Android. You can get it on Spotify, so you'll get updates on that too. The one-on-one coaching, I'm going to show you our website at the end of today's happy hour, but the one-on-one coaching, you can choose a 15, 30, or 45-minute session to get started. Depending on what your needs are and how we can help you, we will then make a game plan and recommend sessions going forward for you, and that's to achieve your goals. We're there to help you to achieve your dream goals, and I know I've accomplished so many in my career, and I'm still working on a lot of dream goals that I just shared with you right now. Longer term, I'd like to see True North expand. I'd like to see more and more clients coming in, more and more people at the webinars and the masterclasses as well. Here's a slide that I'm going to share with you from one of our webinars this past week. And it was tip number 5 out of 5. And what we talked about here was SMART goals. And I really like this slide because SMART goals stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely goals. And when we set goals, what I say to my clients is you don't want to be too comfortable or complacent with your goals, so you don't want to make it too easy. On the other hand, you don't want these huge dream goals that are open-ended, that really don't have any end date to them, and they're just fluff. So it's important to dream and think big. Definitely, I'm into that. And then, but you need to use a formula like this called SMART. And so you want your goals to be specific, as detailed as possible. And what I like to do is I write in OneNote. I use Microsoft OneNote. I go back each day and review my notes and just remind myself of what we're working on a daily basis, first thing in the morning, and then write in any details that I have for those goals that I think become more clear to me. So you want it to be a work in progress. It needs to be dynamic. It should be something that is changing and evolving. You want these goals to be measurable, so you know when you've accomplished these goals. So quantify them, maybe with numbers. That's a good way to do it. You want them to be achievable, whether it's in this 30-day period, 100 days or longer, but you definitely want a achievable goal that you can accomplish either on your own or with help. You want it to be realistic and timely. So these are the this is what SMART stands for, the acronym, and definitely we use that here at True North. So you can go to our website if you want to know more about us. You can sign up for coaching. I encourage you to go on our site and sign up for one of those sessions. You'll be happy that you did. And I found over my career, I always did better when I had a coach or consultant working with me. So I'm here to help you to achieve your goals. And depending on what your goals are, if your goals are professional goals, or maybe there's some career goals, personal goals, we're here to help you with the coaching that we do here. We have masterclasses that we put on. The masterclasses are follow-ups to the free webinars. So when we do a free webinar on Tuesdays and Thursdays, if that webinar is well attended and there's enough interest and questions to do a follow-up, more in-depth webinar on that, that's when we do the masterclasses. Usually the masterclasses are paid events versus the free webinars, but the masterclasses give you some action steps that you can do to move forward with your goals. And you can always get a master pass too. We have master passes on our website, and for the master pass you can basically pay a weekly fee. It allows you to participate in all the master classes, and you can get the recordings from the past too. So you can watch those videos on our website. And then the workbooks. The workbooks, I'll show you in a minute in the store on our website. The workbooks are there to help you. The 100-day workbook, the workbook with the day sheets. You can record digitally or print them out and write in them. That's always good because it helps to guide you to move forward and accomplish your goals. So I'm just going to switch over here to the website. So just bear with me. If you're on social media, you won't be able to see this, but if you're on our webinar right now, here on our website, you're going to be able to see my screen. You can always go and see the recording of this later on our website, or you can go to our YouTube channel and see that as well. So I'm just going to switch over here. Bear with me for a sec. And all right, here is our website. So like I was saying earlier, I changed the color of our website this week to have this nice silvery gray background, and the font now stands out better. So I'm really happy with the way this turned out. So I'm always looking to make upgrades, and I encourage you to do that for yourself as well. Always be thinking about what you're doing and how you can upgrade that, whether it's your own website or maybe it's your business or your just personal habits, your lifestyle. Be thinking about how you can improve and upgrade your habits, because little changes can make a big difference long term. So we upgraded the site. I really like the color of this and the presentation. On the main page here, on the home page, tells you a little bit more about me and why I started True North and what True North stands for and how True North works with the 100-day cycles to be healthier, happier, and wealthier on day 100 than you were on day 1. So that's what we're here to help you with. If you click on these 3 dashes, that'll take you to the subsequent pages. And I'll just click on events here because we're usually booking events 1 to 2 weeks in advance. So you can sign up for these events. They're free of charge. And today's our happy hour with Coach Cary, and I do this on Fridays. And I have my little happy hour plate here. You might be able to see it, but I have my meat, nuts, and cheese. I'm on the low-carb diet because I'm still working on getting in better shape. And I did write about that in my book last year called The 100-Day Diet. That's this book right here. It has this funky mustard yellow color. And this is where I lost 30 pounds in 100 days in 2021. Finally found some secrets to losing weight, and I shared that in this book. So if you're interested, you can go to Amazon and get that book, or I'll show you in a minute how to get it or download it from our website. Still doing the keto type of low-carb diet, and then I've mixed myself a little drink here for happy hour, and this drink is from the Cactus Club. And if you're familiar with the Cactus Club, I was there last week in Vancouver while I was visiting my son, and I really like this drink. I ordered it for happy hour, and I thought, well, what's in it? So I looked up the ingredients and made my own version of it. So I have that here today, and it tastes pretty good. It has a little bit of tequila in it and some different type of, a little bit of fruit juice and soda and lime. So it's pretty tasty. So the happy hours are on Fridays. We usually do them around 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern. So that's today. And then on Tuesday, we have this webinar called 7 Habits of Successful People. I'm going to talk about 7 different habits that you can develop to be successful. And you might be doing some of these, and you might be doing some of these, but I you may only need to improve a little bit in certain areas. So just attending this free webinar and thinking about the habits that you have. I always say to my clients, just adding one new habit, a small one, can make a big difference, but also getting rid of a bad habit. Maybe there's a habit that you're not really happy with, something that you're doing that's not contributing to your goals and dreams. It's just as significant to get rid of a bad habit as adding a new good habit. So think about that too. I know often I'll review some of the things that I'm doing and try to get rid of some bad habits before I start adding in some new habits. And on Thursday at 12:30 Pacific, 3:30 Eastern, I'll be going over successful private practice for doctors and therapists. So, True North started to help colleagues of mine, to help health professionals with their practice, to start a business. Maybe they just got out of college and were wondering, well, how do I get into practice? And whether you're a doctor or a therapist, we're there to help you. And I did write a book, it's a couple of years ago, called Successful Private Practice. And this book talks about how you can get started in business. And what I found when I went to college is they taught us a lot about how to treat patients and get good results with patients, but there was no training on business. Now some of the graduates do get some training on business, but it's challenging. And unless you're with a doctor in practice that's a mentor to you or a therapist, really you're left to learn from experience, from the school of hard knocks. And I think it's better if you get some training and coaching. Certainly I've had some mentors and coaches throughout my career. And so I think it's really important to understand business, understand cash flows, understand assets, understand social media and marketing. Basically, there's a number of different aspects to running a good practice and being successful in business. Depending on what profession you're in, some professions are easier than others. And depending on what kind of healthcare system you're in, Canada versus the US or other parts of the world, you might have a government system, you might have a third-party payment system like we have with Blue Cross and health insurers. You might even have car insurance companies and work insurance like workers' compensation, or ICBC, or some of these companies that you have to build to and deal with as your partners. So we're going to be talking about that on Thursday, the 21st at 12:30 Pacific. So that's free of charge as well. And you can click on Get Tickets right here, and that'll take you to a page where you can sign up for that event. Now, the other thing I wanted to show you here is the coaching. So I talked about that earlier. If you click on this coaching tab on our website, what you're going to see is 3 options: the 15-minute, 30, and 45-minute option. When you sign up for this, usually the session will take place using Google Meet. That's my preferred way to do the video chat. It's the easiest, and I'm able to share my screen with you very easily. Zoom is good too, or we can always do a phone call. So I've done all 3, and they work quite well. And the first session is just an introductory. So if you have a lot to talk about, I would lean towards the 30 or 45-minute session. If you just want to know more about us and how we can help you, maybe stay with the 15 or 30-minute session where we can just chat. I can get to know you a little bit. I do all the coaching sessions, and you can get to know the services I have to offer here at True North. So that's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. The blog is a daily page that gets updated here on our website, and I'm constantly posting. So for example, today after this happy hour, the recording will go up tonight or tomorrow, and you'll be able to watch the recording right from our blog. So if you go to our blog and if you check on it or subscribe to it, you're going to get updates in case you miss something. So that's a great place to kind of stay in touch with us and just get to see what we're up to. And the last thing I'm going to show you here is the shop function. And so earlier I was talking about the different resources we have, and here's the 100-day journal with 30-day sheets. So this allows you to record your goals, some of the obstacles you're encountering, and then ideas to overcome your obstacles. So it's right in the journal. There's a gratitude journal, and that's part of something I was teaching a couple months ago. And so we developed a gratitude journal, and that's a practice that in the morning when I wake up, it's one of the things I like to do is go over my gratitude journal. And for me, when I'm grateful for certain things, that leads to the next step of, I find, of prayer, of meditation, and visualization. Some of the exercises that I encourage you to do, and what I do in the morning. It doesn't take long, about 5 minutes for each, about 20 minutes total. And it really helps you to start your day off right, and just to give you a little bit more resiliency, give you some focus for that day so that you can have a really wonderful day. Here's the books that I wrote: Neck Pain, Back Pain, Successful Private Practice, which I showed you today, and the 100-Day Diet. You can download the PDF versions here on our website, or you can go over to Amazon and you can download the audiobook, or even order a paperback like these ones that I showed you today. On the bottom, there's all the videos. So all the free webinars, all the masterclasses we've done, they're all here on the bottom, and you can just click, kind of like Netflix. You can click over here on the video viewer, scroll over to the videos you'd like to watch. If they're free webinars, you can just click on it and watch it. If it's a recording of a paid masterclass, you can click on it and then rent that video. So basically you can watch it. You have 48 hours to watch that. Very easy to do on our website. So thanks for joining me, you guys. I really appreciate you being here for happy hour. I always like to keep this a little bit more informal than the webinars. So the webinars definitely have an agenda where I go over slides and there's a topic. But the happy hour is a good chance for us to recap the past week, what we're working on now, and what we're looking for the week ahead. You can follow me on social media at True North on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. We have a YouTube channel, so subscribe to that. You'll get instantly notified of new videos. We have a podcast that's on Android and Apple. Again, if you subscribe to the podcast on Spotify, let's say, you're going to get updated when a new episode is available. You can always go to our website. That's a great resource for you as well. And then do get a ticket for the upcoming events, because if you're joining me like right now live on our website, you can type in the chat and ask any questions you have. So it's very easy for you to type questions here. I can answer those live, and then I'd be happy to interact with you on the chat. So thanks again for joining me today. I really appreciate you guys being here. Have a wonderful weekend. Happy Easter. God bless you guys, and we'll talk to you next week.